Everyone. How are you on this beautiful Monday, June 8th? This is Jazz. I am the headmistress and the key teacher at Mystic Priestess School. And today I want to share with you the goddess nudges that I am receiving because I believe that it's valid for my life, but also for your life as well. So, first of all, the goddess nudges that those are the principles with which I live my life every day. So I connect with the higher guidance system that is available to me, and I receive um, little bits and pieces of information, of intuitive wisdom that I can then act upon. And this type of intuition is what I am teaching my students. This is what I'm ready to teach you. This is how you can really change your life by being present to the moment, being present to yourself, and reclaiming that total trust into your own intuitive selves. So I'll tell you more about that just a little bit later. What I want to share with you today is that bit of wisdom. So what are we invited to do this week? Remember, Spirit, the goddess, they will nudge you, they will invite you in, but you have free will and you can always choose how you respond to their invitation. And your response is going to be unique to you because it is made with your own soul compass, with your own soul structure, with your own blueprint. So you must respond with your own heart. Don't ever blindly follow a spiritual leader or a spiritual teacher because you might think that, well, this is what so and so said, so this is what you need to do. What I invite you to do as a spiritual teacher, and I stand so strongly with this, is that you develop your own sense of trust, your own self of knowingship, that you step into that own sovereignty that you have so that you do what is best according to your soul's principles, right? This is so important. Acknowledge and reclaim your sovereignty. So important. So I'm going to share these tidbits of wisdom, and then I'm going to ask you some questions that you can journal so that you can come into that own definition of what is your next best action. Okay? So here goes. So I always feel that there's a one principal goddess that stays for a little bit of a longer time. Maybe it's a season, maybe it's a year. So from the winter solstice to just about the beginning of this month, now we're coming into the summer solstice. I felt that it was Athena who was there. Athena who was saying to kind of take a step back, to strategize, to hold down the fort. Athena, who was a goddess of war, but a goddess of war through logic, through thinking, not through emotional responses to what is going on around us, but through that intelligence, to remain centered and intelligent no matter what anything is coming around us. And through her guidance, we have gone through the COVID where we had to hunker down, we had to stay in our fortress, we had to stay in our home. So there's quite a bit of interpretation to be done when you receive the guidance. And when I see the stories unfolding in my intuitive imagination, and then how that is interpreted, it's a little bit more up to us. We need to trust what's happening, right? So from the beginning of this month, I'm feeling that the energy is shifting and also the goddess is shifting. And the one who is stepping forward is Goddess Diana. Goddess Diana is a goddess of the hunt. She is a goddess of the forest. She works with her bow and arrow. She's really close to the animal kingdom. So really close to that deep-rooted intuition, root chakra, sacral chakra. And she is the one guiding me now, and therefore guiding you through me as a student or as a listener to these videos. So her message for this week of Goddess Diana is I'm seeing her as she is in the forest. So if you can just take a nice deep breath for just a moment, because I want you to receive the message, not just hear it, not just keep it in your head, not just keep it kind of surface level, but really receive it with your whole body. So if you can just take a moment and take a nice deep breath all the way down to your belly, all the way down to your pelvic floor. And just allow the day to just stop for just a moment. We'll be here maybe just 5 minutes. Your ego can take it. The day can take it. You can take a 5-minute break. You have permission. And so from this place of silence, I invite you to imagine Goddess Diana. How does she appear to you? Now imagine that you are with Goddess Diana and you are in a forest. Now imagine for a moment that you are standing in front of Goddess Diana in a forest. What does the forest look like to you? Are there leaves? Can you sense the season? Can you hear the wind? Are there birds? Are there animals? Can you smell the earth? Can you smell if it rained recently? Or maybe there's water nearby. Use all of your physical senses to evoke this encounter with Goddess Diana. And allow the feelings from all of your senses to ground you in this present moment. And now as you're sensing the presence of Goddess Diana, look at her, look into her eyes. And what do you feel? Open your heart, open your third eye. What do you feel? This is a goddess of the hunt. She's a powerful, powerful goddess. She's one of the oldest goddesses. And allow her to just stand there. Maybe she has a bow and arrow. Maybe she has an animal helper with you. What is she wearing? How does she appear to you? What are her facial expressions? Simply note, observe, and now listen to this message and see how it resonates with you. But for now, don't judge, suspend the judgment, suspend the thinking, simply look and listen. And here is Goddess Diana in the forest. It is calm, it is cool, and she's looking at you. Perhaps she's evaluating you. Perhaps she's sensing into your readiness for the next step. And perhaps she's sensing that your next step is not quite right now, is not quite today, but it's coming. There's something else that needs to come into your awareness, something else that you must understand first. She won't tell you what it is because it's not her job to tell you what it is. It's your job to find that out for yourself. And so in her infinite wisdom, Goddess Diana, as she stands in front of you, she says, "My child, your job for this week is to remain in the state of calmness. Your job is to look, listen, and feel." Now, if you've ever taken a first aid course, you know this is one of the first steps before you take action, before you rectify anything, before you start CPR or first aid. The first thing to do is look, listen, and feel. And this is your invitation for now. Look, listen, and feel. There's no interpretation at this moment. There's nothing else that is needed but your presence in this breath, in this moment, and go through your life every day with this mantra: look, listen, and feel. And take another nice deep breath all the way down to your belly. And I invite you to journal what that means for you, to look, listen, and feel. In your context, where you're now, in your family, in your community, in the society, in the country that you're in right now, what is that for you to look, listen, and feel? Not what it should be, not what would be the right thing to do, not what other people would expect you to do. That's still external stuff. That's still projecting things on other people. Your invitation is to really, again, reclaim that sovereignty that you have and reclaim your own responsibility toward yourself and your own energy. So, what does it mean for you to slow down, look, listen, and feel? So, take that in, journal that. That is your homework for this week. And if you feel so moved to go deeper in the stories of the goddesses, to invite the goddesses into your life, to know how to tap into this wisdom, this type of meditation, this type of guidance that I do for myself every day, then message me and I'll teach you exactly how you can do that and move into that full trust of your own intuitive knowing. Now, if you're expecting this intuitive development to feel like Hollywood, like the clouds parting, like a big boom, like something, super wild happening, if you think that you're going to come out and be like a super duper witch and you're going to be on your broomstick and brew potions, this is not the type of intuition that I'm teaching. The type of priestessing that I am teaching is that sovereignty of your own self and being that channel between the divine and the everyday world. The divine and our mission is in our everyday action, is day-to-day stuff. It's not just in the big things. It's in the everyday thing. This is how we make changes in the world. It's the decisions, is the how we do everything. As within, so without, as above, so below. And we work on our sovereignty and we extend from this place of love, we extend that to others. That is what I'm teaching. So if this calls to you, message me and we'll plot your journey forward. Remember, look, listen, feel, and I'll talk to you soon. Big hug from my heart to yours.